Yes. Okay. So one, Pal World has stated its defense against the lawyers that Nintendo's patents lawyers have filed against them, and their stated defense. There's a lot of different ways they're coming at it, but one that has been quoted is specifically that this lawsuit has no merit because there are games that also have done the exact same thing, and they name drop specifically Rune Factory 5, Titanfall 2, Pikmin 3 Deluxe. There's a whole bunch that they go on that the same things Nintendo is coming after them for. They're like, these other games have done that, right?
Yeah, they're totally right.
In particular, those three make it easy to see how a player character can perform an action to release a monster or capture them, like a ball, and fire into direction by releasing a button. Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Far Cry 5, and Tomb Raider showed that there can be different types of throwable objects. Pocket Souls, Octopath Traveler, Monster Super League, and Final Fantasy XIV made it easy to imagine that one could pick targets on the field, show an indication of a likely capture operation succeeding. So they've basically brought their homework and are going, there's receipts all over the industry, why us? You know?
So, like, I don't know how well this works because, like, I completely agree with their argument. I'm not a lawyer. But it also feels like you getting a speeding ticket and pointing out your window. What about all those guys speeding while the guy's writing you up?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the gist of what they're saying here is that, like, they're trying a bunch of defenses, and we'll see what sticks. But if Nintendo has a very narrow registered series of patent rules that are clearly things that have been in violation in a bunch of other examples, and they're cherry picking Pocket Pair in particular, it lends strength to their defense.
Like, is part of their argument that Nintendo should sue the developers of Pikmin 3 for infringing on
yeah. Well, I mean, so yeah, the question is like, if Nintendo goes, oh, thanks for the heads up, we are now launching lawsuits on all of the aforementioned games. Titanfall is now getting sued by Nintendo. I don't know, but it was interesting to see that come up as part of their defense.
The less that happens, we do not need more mechanics locked behind patents in games. It's no,
it's ridiculous.
Yep,
it is.
And I don't know. And speaking of that, did you see that this year the patent on the insanity system from Eternal Darkness is now up?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's another thing. That and the Nemesis system things, they never should have been locked behind patents. It's bullpucky.
Yeah, the fact that they got away with that, Bandai Namco got away with loading screen mini games for a long time. Sega took over the arrow pointing you at an objective, like Crazy Taxi.
It's all bullshit.
It's horrible because it's quality of life features being patented by publishers, So yeah, I guess a game can now use the insanity system if they choose to. And I guess fighting Psycho Mantis doesn't really count as that because it's not you, but it is the boss doing it to you. I don't know. There must be some reason why, I mean, certainly other games have messed with the player, but this particular one where it's based on like, calming down, getting rest, and your mental state affecting like everything in general, like was just like they were allowed to get away with locking that down. And I have to wonder if there were other games that had cool ideas that were like, nah, we got stopped because of the patent.
Probably. Even if it wasn't significantly close to a patent, it can have a chilling effect.
Yeah, so we will see what that means, but fuck that entire process, Quality of life. I want games to borrow from other games as soon as someone figures out something good that can smooth over, or rather, anytime you go back to a game, imagine going back to a third-person shooter that had like PS1 no analog aiming, no cover, L1, R1 to turn, and it just like what. Wow. Horrendous, or like Mega Man Legends style,